Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you've seen my other videos, I probably look a little bit different. I'm trying makeup, which is looking a bit wonky, but it's fine. And I also dyed my hair and kind of just changed my entire appearance, so I like it. I still really want to bleach my hair. I have this addiction to, like, bleaching my hair. Whatever. It's not what this video is about. I want to talk about Elliot Page and how important his coming out is. I know this topic has been, like, discussed to death, but I feel like as a trans person, as a non-binary trans person, I feel like I have some other, like, viewpoint in this whole thing. I feel like I maybe have some information that other people find interesting. I hope, at least. That's the point of this video. I know that, like, he came out, like, a long time ago, almost 2 months ago. Like I said, people have talked about this, but I did not have time to make a video before now, and I kind of just wanted to get my thoughts straight. Like, I've been thinking about this for a very long time, because it's important, and as a trans-masculine person, seeing other trans-masculine people coming out is, like, a huge thing, especially in the media. I feel like the media is both like, oh, there are so many trans men, women are becoming men, we need to help our daughters, but at the same time, like, there's literally no trans-masculine people coming out in the media. Like, the only one I can think of is Elliot Page. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna try to make this as structural as possible, but I do tend to go on rants, so if that happens, please excuse me. Anyway, if you clicked on this without knowing who Elliot Page is, I am very surprised, but I will try to explain either way, just in case. Elliot Page is an actor who has been in movies like Juno, Inception. He was in The Umbrella Academy, which is on Netflix, like, right now. It's currently airing. I'm sure you've heard of 1 out of 3 of those, at least. And he recently came out as trans. He posted this very beautiful coming out post on Twitter and Instagram and probably the other social medias that he has. And it's really nice. Like, honestly, I love it. I read through it and I'm like, wow, this is so nice. So many people have talked about, like, TERFs, talking about Elliot Page losing a woman, losing a lesbian. So I don't feel like touching up on that because, yeah, people have talked about it and just given opinions that are so very good and that I cannot articulate in the same way. You might be thinking, why is it so important? It's just a normal coming out post. And I'm gonna say yes and no. You are right, it is just a normal coming out. Like, there's not that many special things to it, except for the fact that, I kind of touched upon this earlier, no trans masculine people come out, like, ever. I don't, like, if you search for, like, transgender famous people, most of them are trans women, and I'm not saying that, like, trans women shouldn't come out or whatever, that, like, I like trans men better. That's not it. I just think it's kind of sad that we don't get as much representation. I don't know, I want to see more trans masculine people. You know, like, I just really long to see other trans guys. Like, come on, where are you? Let me look up to you. Let me be like, oh my god, I love this person. Because all of the famous trans people, trans men, I mean, that I can think of are, like, YouTubers, which is sad. Like, where's the actors? Where's the singers? Where's the other musicians? You know? I don't know. Whatever. It's not that important. Well, it is important, actually. It is very important. I feel like a lot of people, and I have experienced this so many times. It is crazy. I'm on these, like, gay website, LGBT websites, like, websites for queer people. which are usually overrun by cis gay men, which is fine. I have nothing against cis gay men. But you know, when something is for the entirety of the or not the entirety of the trans community, the entirety of the LGBT community, I want to see other people. I want to see women. I want to see trans men. Not that trans men aren't real men. They are. But you know what I mean. Like, I want to meet other trans people. I want to meet bi people. I want to meet non-binary people. I'm sick of seeing tall, gay, straight, white... No. Tall, gay, straight, white men. Yes. Tall, gay, white, cisgender men. That's what I meant. And oh my god, the number of times I have seen a trans woman call themselves a trans man, or just cis men thinking that I am a trans woman. Cis men constantly think that I'm a trans woman. Like, what? How do you not know what a trans man is? Like, and it's one thing, like, cis men, like, okay, I get it, you don't know what a trans person is. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, but that's understandable. When other trans people mark themselves as, like, the opposite, when, like, a trans woman says that they're a trans man, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Do none of you know what a trans man is? Like, how little representation do we get that trans people, don't know what a trans man is? Like, it's baffling. It is crazy. It's so weird. And I feel like that just really proves my point. That we need trans people in the media. Trans men. Or non-binary people, obviously. Most of them are trans women. And I love trans women so much. But please, trans men and non-binary people, where are you? Please come out. Please. I'm so sick of people not knowing that trans men exist. Anyway, yes, that was a tangent. But I'm so happy that Elliot came out. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Now people finally know what a trans man is. And something that is also very, 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 very nice about Elliot's coming out is in, like, the first line or the second line. They say that their pronouns are he, they. And I'm like, what? I'm so happy to see, like, he, they. I don't know. When I saw that, I was so happy. I'm also somebody who uses he, they pronouns. This is just a theory, but I feel like so many people use she, they, or he, they pronouns just because they're, like, they, them pronouns don't get respected. And I don't know, that's really sad. Like, just use pronouns. I think we should all just start using neo-pronouns, just to be like, fuck you to cis people. Like, now you have to learn them, I'm sorry. Now you have to respect our pronouns. Yeah, I feel like cis people too, like, when they see, like, a he, they, or a she, they call them, like, she or he, and then afterwards they're like, I'm so good at respecting pronouns. Like, bitch, you're just using the pronouns you're comfortable with. Come on, try a little. If you see somebody with he, they, or she, they in their bio, use they, them pronouns. Like, please. They never get called. They never get, like... How do I explain this? Like, people never use they, them pronouns for people with he, they, or she, they pronouns. So do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you, please. It's, honestly, when people use they, them pronouns, it makes my heart happy, because then I'm like, they actually do respect my pronouns. So that's nice. And yeah, I think that Elliot Page using he, they pronouns can really impact cis people actually using they, them pronouns too. Because if you just go by he, him, cis people are just going to do that, because that's what they're comfortable with. And they haven't experienced, like, anybody else who uses those pronouns in real life. But now, Elliot Page might be like, no, these are my pronouns, please use they, them too, because that's also my pronouns. And then cis people are gonna have to be like, oh shit, I actually have to respect pronouns. Wow, what a concept. So that would be great. Obviously, I'm not trying to say that, like, you have to do this. Elliot Page, do this. Like, honestly, you can do whatever you want. But that's just kind of, like, what I'm hoping for. Like, my theory, I guess, on how this could impact cis people and trans people. Just, I don't know. I'm just like, maybe this is gonna happen. Hopefully. But I'm not gonna get mad or sad or upset. If Elliot Page doesn't do that, then that's fine. It's their transition. They can do whatever they want. They don't have to, like, talk about trans issues either. But I feel like Elliot Page is the type of person who does that. I've seen, like, on their Instagram story, they post a lot about, like, trans things, which is very nice. It's very nice. I really appreciated it. And also, the fact that Elliot uses he, they, indicates to me that Elliot does not identify as a binary trans guy. And I really don't think that they've talked about this. If they have, then I'm sorry, this whole section of the video is just, like, very embarrassing for me. But I'm pretty sure that they haven't talked about it. But judging from the fact that they use he, they pronouns, I would say that they probably identify similarly to me, non-binary trans guy, like, trans masculine. And that would also be really, really nice. Because like I said, we don't have a lot of trans guys in the media. And especially not trans masculine. If Elliot Page is non-binary, then that is just very nice. And that makes my non-binary heart very, very happy. Yeah. I really really hope Elliot is non-binary. But if he's just a binary trans guy, then, like, that's fine too. Like, pronouns don't equal gender. I might make another video about that, because I feel like that's a very topic that people are, like, split on, whether or not pronouns equal gender. Just use whatever pronouns make cis people uncomfortable. Like, that's genuinely what I live by, honestly. Let's just make cis people uncomfortable. If Elliot Page identifies as non-binary, he might also, like, use or act more feminine, kind of like I'm doing. I hate that I'm, like, comparing myself to Elliot Page, because, like, we're not the same, like, at all. But if Elliot Page is more feminine, uses makeup, I don't know, just experiments with gender, it's gonna tell cis people that, like, you can't put trans people in a box. Because I'm pretty sure most cis people just think that, like, if you're a trans guy, you have to be masculine. If you're a trans woman, you have to be feminine. If you are not, then you're not actually trans. This is probably because of people like Blair White and Calvin Guerra, but, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. I've made a video on Calvin Guerra. I don't want to make another one, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. That I do think that that's because of those types of people, not necessarily just those two people, but those types of people. Trans medicalism. I'm pretty sure that that is why cis people would be like, "Oh, you're not really trans if you act this way." Something that I just wanted to add, like, really, really quickly. I don't know anything about this because I haven't watched the new season, but I know that there is a trans guy in the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race. Please, if you have seen it, do not tell me anything. Like, don't spoil it. Unless that I'm giving, like, extremely false information, then you can call me out. But, like, don't say anything about what's happening, because it's not on Netflix yet. And I'm waiting. But there is a trans guy in the new season, which is so exciting. And I watched the, like, little interviews with the different people, and I'm pretty sure he said that, like, he wanted people to see that trans men are not, like, or every single trans person is not the same, and that trans guys can be feminine, and that doesn't change their gender identity. Trans guys can do drag, which is very cool, and yes. Yes, trans people can do drag, trans men can do drag. I'm very happy about that. I just wanted to, like, I just want those people to show cis people that, like, trans guys are not just this. trans women are not just that. Like, we're all different. A trans guy is just as much as a guy, even if he wears makeup or wears a fucking skirt. Like, literally, who cares? It's gender expression and gender identity are so separate. And I hope that cis people understand and respect that. Yeah. I think that that's I think that that's everything I wanted to say. Again, I do want to reiterate that if Elliot doesn't do any of this, like, I am not mad. Like, this is not a video being like, Elliot Page, you have to act this way, you have to do this for the trans community. I genuinely believe that Elliot Page, oh god, I'm blinking. I genuinely believe that Elliot Page just coming out as trans is so helpful to the trans community, even if that's it. Like, if that's it, that's still very positive. And like, I don't know, there's no negative about Elliot coming out. If Elliot doesn't do this, like, okay, it's not trans people's job to educate cis people. I feel like I really just have to make that clear, you know? I feel like that makes sense. People get that, right? But I don't know. I just want to make sure so that people don't, like, come to me if none of this happens. I don't want people to come to me and be like, oh, how do you feel about Elliot Page doing this? What do you feel about this and that? Like, I don't care. I don't. I'm just hoping. I'm kind of just wishfully dreaming. Yeah, I'm dreaming and hoping, and if he does, that's very positive. If he does things like that I've mentioned, that's amazing and that's great. If they don't do that, that's also amazing and it's great and I'm happy. Oh my god, it's coming. I was kind of scared. It sounded like somebody, like, came into the house, but it was just my cat. Yeah, I did make a Twitter account. I'm gonna link that in the description. I'll post my videos whenever I make them. I'll post them on my Twitter. Oh, Jesus Christ. My cat just almost broke my laptop. Oh, look at her. Oh my god, she's so pretty. Yeah, no, I made a Twitter. Right now, it's just, I just post my YouTube videos and I retweet tweets that I find interesting or cool or I agree with. Yeah, it's just that right now. But if you want to follow, I would be very happy, and I will link it in the description. If you watched this entire video, I'm honestly really impressed, because this was very rambly. I did not intend it to be this rambly, but it is. Anyway, if you enjoyed, I really hope that you subscribe. I make a lot of videos just about these types of things. Trans issues, trans, everything, gender. Yeah, I'll probably make more content eventually, like, about other things too, but I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about trans issues lately. Like, I don't know. It's been so prevalent on my mind. After I stopped being a trans med, I've just been, like, really into gender theory and, like, gender in general. So that's mainly what I'm making videos about, but I will do other things, probably just leftist content. So if you like that, please consider subscribing, and I hope that I will see all of you in my next video. Bye!